When was the moment you knew your marriage was over? For me, there were lots of moments, things I didn't recognize until later that should have been the moment. Here's the first one that should have been the moment now that I've been through all of this. We'd been married for about a year and a couple months. I was finishing up my degree to become a teacher. He was not going to school and he was not working. Should have been my first sign. And that we had just found out, I'd taken a pregnancy test, that I was newly pregnant. We were excited, didn't know what was happening, like all the feelings. Well, 2 days later, I started bleeding and what ended up being a miscarriage. I ended up staying home from school that day. Just a lot of emotions. I remember crying a lot and not feeling great and bleeding a lot. And I remember not having the supplies I needed to handle a miscarriage. And I had asked my then husband if he would go to the store for me and go buy me some pads. And he looked at me and he was like, I can't do that. That makes me very uncomfortable. And I was like, what? We are adults. I am your wife. I just had a miscarriage and I'm asking for some help. Please? And he said no again. And he made a reference to a time back in high school when he promised himself and some friends that he would never.
She really expects us to feel sorry for a decision she consciously made. From the very beginning, the guy was a jobless loser, and yet she stayed with him, supported him, and most likely even provided for him. Then comes this so-called revelation after the miscarriage, which she clearly ignored because she stayed with the guy for another 11 years and had 4 kids. At what point did she realize it was over? After the 4th child? Let's be honest. No woman has 4 kids with a man she doesn't like. She was there because she wanted to be. Nobody forced her. So now you can't come around playing the victim and blaming it all on the man. You made your decisions and stayed where you wanted to be. Responsibility, as always, is kryptonite for women. Because no story can change the fact that you chose to stay for 11 years.